Now to Madibeng in the northwest, where residents are protesting over poor service delivery and the lack of water in the area. Some of them are saying it's unacceptable that they've been without water now for several months. Our reporter Bafedile Moerane tracking this story for us today. Joining us now for the latest. Good afternoon, Bafedile. I understand you've got the mayor of Madibeng with you. I wonder what he's got to say about these frustrations by the residents and the lack of service delivery, especially the lack of water.
Certainly, Braden, I'm with the man who is actually being needed by residents here, in particular in Khabalatsani, who have since the early hours of the morning rendered the area ungovernable. The entire road there, it has been barricaded with stones and debris, Braden, and also the burning tires. We have seen a high police contingent, the public or the police, to also ensure that they monitor the situation. But residents do not miss their words, saying that if the mayor does not really avail himself or avail anyone, a representative from his office, they are going to continue with the protest, as they are saying that in August they have submitted the memorandum at the offices and giving the mayor 14 days to respond on their water issue, which has actually been prevailing for years. Madibeng in general has a water crisis, but at this point let me engage the mayor and hear from his side as to what could be the problem. Mr. Mayor, Mr. Maimane, thank you so much for joining us here at eNCA. Khabalatsani is rendered ungovernable at this point. Community members are saying enough is enough. They gave you a memorandum in August, giving you 14 days to respond to the crisis of water. It's not something new. What is the issue? Why people do not have water when you have installed water taps in their yards?
Thank you very much, Mema Moerane. Yes, we have received a memorandum from the community of Ward 10. And we have responded to them, requesting a meeting with them so that we could, together with them, plan as to how best to deal with the situation in the current conjunction. We unfortunately did not receive a positive response from their side in terms of them coming to us for the meeting. We had several of such demands. In Hot 21, we engaged with the community understood, we responded to their service delivery needs. In Hot 11, there was also demand and a threat of a protest, and our intervention did brought some sanity and also the services they required and demanded. We were hoping for a same response from the Hot 10 situation. But however, the response was negative and such that we are standing in the situation that we find ourselves in. It is a regrettable situation, but our hope is that we will go back to the community and engage with them and resolve the problems. We have intervened insofar as the water issues are concerned. We have sent water trucks because we realized that there was no alternative at the moment to deal with the water service supply issues there. The second option that we're looking at is the boreholes that we find there. We have received funding from Samanco to the tune of about 4 million so that we augment supply in those areas where we are severely, affected in terms of meeting the needs of our people. So we are on course. We would not in any way run away from our responsibility. However, I must state it up front that the same community wanted to submit a memorandum to the Premier. And they indicated that they will in no way submit that memorandum to us. So the application in terms of Section 4, I think, was denied on the basis that the Premier's office was not available to receive the memorandum. So this level of unreasonableness is something that we need to scrutinize carefully and make proper determinations.
So we've been in the area, there are taps that have been installed, but they are dry. They're saying for years those taps have been dry like that. What's the problem? There's also a project that we understand the municipality is busy with. It's at about 95% completion. Why do we have water issues coming out? The water supply, what is the core problem of people getting water from their taps?
The main problem in Madibeng is that the supply areas, the area of Ward 10, Ward 15, Ward 16, is supplied mainly from Tshwane. And as you know, nationally, there's a problem that has been identified and pronounced on regarding the rainwater situation. So I think that affected us in the area of Ward 15, Ward 16, and Ward 10. But historically, there's always been a problem of supply in the area of Ward 10, owing to a number of factors. One has been a matter of the pressure from Tshwane. At times, pressure would then be reduced for reasons unknown to us. We have paid or honored the account of Tshwane, hoping that they would then be kind enough to release sufficient water for our people. And that has not paid dividend. But we are working on the matter. As I said, alternatively, we're going to have to use boreholes to alleviate the plight of our people. And thanks to Samanco, that has came to our rescue in that area. But the last point, I think, in terms of water supply, I want to emphasize, is that we would have to, in the meantime, appeal to our community to cooperate with the water tankers we're sending to supply our people with water, and that all people must behave and not direct those water tankers to areas where they are not supposed to go to.
Talking about the water tankering system, you have procured a fleet of water trucks that are expected to supply water. Residents are saying they're not seeing it. Instead, you have hired the private water tankers. So why is that so? Because now there are speculations that there are officials from the municipality who are working with contractors to secure contracts as part of making money. They manipulate, the supply of water. How do you respond to that? What is it that you're doing with that?
I would to an extent agree with that sentiment. There might be an element of manipulation. There might be an element of connivance between our service providers and officials, to an extent of what you are referring to. That would even at some point affect also the supply of water. Some years ago, there was a protest in the area of Mututu, Ndamonsville, in which allegations of such a nature were raised. And remember, the same officials are still in the municipality. So the likelihood of such occurring is there. But we have taken it upon ourselves as council to have the internal audit section of our municipality to investigate the nuts and bolts of what is referred to as connivance and all sorts of things that are associated with it. So we are on top of that situation. We hope that a report shall come out to indicate whether there is connivance, collusion, and all sorts of things. And such report shall be made public.
Okay. Lastly, Mr. Mayor, let's talk about the 146 million that the municipality has allegedly returned to the National Treasury. Why is that so when the community is suffering to that extent?
We have, on a number of occasions, regretted that we had to lose such an amount of money to National Treasury due to failure to perform. But however, I must state it now that we are standing now at 95% performance in terms of our MIG. In terms of the new allocations, as early as it is now, we are standing at about 30%, which with prospects that around December, January will be at about 70% or so. So the turnaround is there in terms of ensuring that we reverse the anomalies that did occur previously. And the point we must emphasize is that probably you must have time to look at our projects. All of them standing, roads completed, and so on. But there are roads that cannot be completed, like maybe you have been told about the Freedom Road in the same ward, which unfortunately, due to the failure of the contractor, could not be completed in time, or it is lagging behind. There's a project in Maboloka called KL Road, also suffering the same situation in Ukasi and so on. So our position with the accounting officer is that we must immediately terminate those contracts because they failed to perform as required. So we're dealing with the situation, and our oversight is going to be felt very soon.
Well, I was about to ask you as accountability, but then when are you going to see the residents as they are protesting and they are vowing to continue if you don't avail yourself?
I'm available even now. I can go and meet with them. They met with my MMCs yesterday, and there was an agreement between them and the MMCs as to how they will have to deal with the situation. Because my MMCs advised me that no, they actually wanted to halt the activity, given the fact that they would then engage with us so that specific issues they're raising can then be attended to. But unfortunately, they've taken another path, and for all intents and purposes, they would do anything they would like to do in the best interest of their own group as a pressure group. But as leadership of the municipality, we are always available. We can meet with them, engage with them, take their concerns, respond to them accordingly. Where it is possible, advise them as to the best possible path to take. But on matters of water, we are surely with them. We are going to resolve those problems, use whatever powers at our disposal to meet the needs of our people.
Well, thank you so much. Douglas Maiman is the mayor of Madibeng local municipality. But then, as he is explaining there, to say that for now they are having mitigation plan by supplying water to residents with water tankering system, and also they are looking into the issue of boreholes as one particular mine that is operating in the area. It is vowing to help them with the funds. But community members are really not happy on the ground to say that they don't want the water tankering system. They want taps. They want water from their taps, Braden. So it's really not clear as to what will unfold, because the residents are vowing to continue with the protest, but the mayor is saying that he's available to engage with them so that they can reach an amicable solution to map a way forward, Braden.
Thank you very much, Bafedile Moerane in Madibeng municipality in the Northwest Province.